If Tanjiro were born with the same monstrous potential as Yoriichi, then this story would not start slowly. It would explode from the very beginning. Nothing in his life would unfold normally because a child with that kind of power doesn't grow up quietly. It shows early. It forces change. It disrupts fate. Even as a kid, Tanjiro would move differently. Stronger swings when chopping wood. Faster reactions when helping around the house. His siblings would think he's just gifted. But deep inside him, something ancient is waking up, something that once shook the world. And when he first sees his father perform the Hinokami Kagura, that's the spark. The moment everything snaps open. Tanjiro wouldn't just be watching a dance, he'd be reliving someone else's memories, visions of a warrior who once terrified demons with a single breath. Images of Yoriichi flashing in and out. Tanjiro wouldn't understand what he's seeing, but the power buried inside him would. It would respond instantly. The next morning, without thinking, Tanjiro would imitate the entire Kagura dance perfectly. Movements too smooth, too sharp, too precise for a child his age. His parents would freeze, realizing something unnatural is happening. The air around him heats up. His breathing deepens. And then it hits him. His first glimpse of the transparent world. Veins, bones, blood flow. Every detail of his mother's body becomes visible. A terrifying gift for someone so young. Tanjiro recognizes the look in his son's eyes. It's the same strange clarity he's lived with his whole life. The same gift that let him cut down a bear with a single swing. He carries Tanjiro inside before he collapses from exhaustion, knowing this awakening will change everything. But while Tanjiro gains power, danger moves toward him faster than anyone can predict. Threads hide around him, thin enough to slice a child clean in half. Tanjiro reacts first, shoving Tanjiro out of harm's way as a deadly thread snaps past him. Then Rui appears, eyes glowing, threads tightening around the trees. Tanjiro draws his axe and charges without hesitation. Rui laughs at first, expecting an easy kill, but the speed of Tanjiro's father catches him off guard. He closes the distance quickly and slices Rui's head clean off. But this demon isn't that simple. He regenerates instantly, furious that a mere human dared touch him. Tanjiro runs just like his father told him to, until a tall figure blocks his path. White robe, unshaken posture, eyes like fire. Shinjuro Rengoku. The boy barely has time to breathe before Shinjuro rushes up the mountain. Tanjiro follows, but Rui's threads shoot toward him, aiming to cut him down before he gets close. Shinjuro tries to intercept, throwing his sword to deflect the attack, but Rui regains control. The thread races toward Tanjiro's neck. This is the moment everything changes. He leaps, snatches the broken sword from midair, and lands right in front of Rui. And what happens next will set the entire world on fire. Tanjiro stands in front of Rui, gripping half a broken blade like it's enough to change destiny. Rui doesn't even take him seriously. He's ready to tear Tanjiro apart, thread by thread. But Tanjiro's eyes. They aren't a child's eyes anymore. They're calm, empty, focused. The same gaze Yoriichi had right before wiping demons off the map. Rui swings a barrage of threads at him. Thin, fast, impossible for normal humans to dodge. Tanjiro slips through every single one, reading Rui's body like a book. He's seeing tendon movement, breath flow, muscle tension. Rui can't hide anything because Tanjiro has stepped fully into the transparent world. Before Rui can reset his stance, Tanjiro moves. One flash of speed, one swing of the broken sword. Rui's head rolls across the ground before he even registers what happened. Shinjuro and Tanjiro stare silently. The boy didn't just survive, he dominated. He puts a hand on Tanjiro's head, steady and warm despite everything. He tells him he's strong, but strength means nothing without control. He warns him that the world will fear someone like him and demons will hunt him endlessly. He tells him to keep moving forward no matter how painful it becomes. Tanjiro holds on to him until his body finally goes still. Shinjiro clenches his teeth. A kid this young shouldn't lose so much this fast. But fate doesn't care, and things only get worse. While Tanjiro and Shinjiro are still making their way off the mountain, Muzan stumbles across Tanjiro's home earlier than in the original storyline. He's searching for the blue spider lily and finds the Kamado home instead. Without Tanjiro there to defend them, his mother and Nezuko stand no chance. By the time Tanjiro returns, the snow is red. He buries them himself. His hands shake the entire time, but he forces himself to complete the task. He doesn't scream, doesn't collapse, doesn't lose control, but inside something twists, hardens. Tanjiro isn't just angry, he's focused. And that's far more dangerous. Shinjiro watches him closely. He saw Yoriichi once from a distance when he was younger. This boy has the same aura. Quiet, calm, but sharp enough to kill demons without blinking. If Tanjiro is left alone, he'll burn himself out before he even reaches adulthood. So Shinjiro makes a decision. He takes Tanjiro as his student. He brings him back to the Rengoku household, raising him alongside Kyojuro and Senjuro. From day one, it's clear Tanjiro is different. He learns fast. Too fast. Techniques meant to take months take him days. Controlling his breathing takes him hours. He pushes his body so hard that even Kyojuro struggles to keep up. But Tanjiro doesn't brag. He doesn't celebrate. He trains like a boy possessed, because he knows every minute wasted means more people die the way his family did. And while he trains, the Demon Slayer Corps shifts. Kagaya announces that a child with Yoriichi's potential is alive. Rumors spread across the Corps. Some Hashira are curious. Some feel threatened. Some want to test him. Others want to protect him. But all of them understand one thing. If Tanjiro keeps growing at this speed, he won't become a Hashira someday. He'll become something even the Hashira fear. And as the years pass, that moment arrives faster than anyone expected. Tanjiro, still barely a teenager, is already surpassing adults who have been fighting demons for decades. But the real shakeup begins when the Corps starts deciding who the next generation of Hashira will be. And Tanjiro changes everything. Tanjiro becomes the problem the Hashira didn't know how to handle. Not because he's violent, not because he's out of control, but because he's too good. During the Corps' training cycles, every Hashira tests him in their own way. Gyome pushes him with raw strength, Sanemi pressures him with aggression, Uzui overwhelms him with speed, and Shinobu studies him like he's a walking miracle. And every time, Tanjiro adapts, learns their rhythm, counters their moves, surpasses their expectations. By the time he turns 13, the decision is already made. The Hashira don't choose him. He forces their hand. His power is undeniable. His instincts are too sharp. A boy who moves like sunlight itself is hunting. A boy who cuts down lower moons in seconds. A boy whose aura resembles the only man Muzan ever feared. Inside the Infinity Castle, Muzan feels it. Tanjiro's existence pushes against him like a burning weight. He knows the scent of that power. He remembers Yoriichi. Tanjiro's rise forces the higher moons to stay hidden longer, forces Muzan to change his own movements, forces every demon to rethink every attack. Because one mistake means facing a reincarnated nightmare, and this momentum only builds because Tanjiro's growth hasn't stopped. His body is still young, his breathing is sharpening, his senses are expanding. Every battle increases his mastery. The last thing Muzan wants is Yoriichi's ghost returning to finish the job. Yet with every day, Tanjiro becomes more like the man who once cornered him, and Muzan knows that sooner or later he won't be able to run. Just make sure you subscribe the channel and add a comment what kind of content you will love to see. We will come back with a great story, review, explanation, or what if soon. So subscribe, be the part of Animelogy, and if you liked the video, then liked and shared it too. Bye bye.